Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and incidents in pop culture just to see how those incidents affect our daily lives. Listen, y'all, I'm on my backup computer because my other one, my other laptop, my MacBook had to update. So, baby, we are here. We are in whatever kind of color. So, let me sit back a little bit. We are just in all kinds of different colors around here. This ain't HD. I guess I don't know what it is, child, but you can see all my flaws, but it's still me. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you like what you see. If you After you subscribe, check out all my playlists. And if you like anything that you see in that playlist, watch. It's binge watchable now. I've got enough videos on there that it's binge watchable. Please watch, and let's get into this review of episode 7, season 1 of Reasonable Doubt, entitled Inward What? Inward Who? That's the old Jay-Z song. I think that's the chorus in a Jay-Z song with what is that woman's name? I can't think of what her name is, child, but she did the chorus. You know what? Let's get into this episode. Now let's get into the main plot, as we always do, which is the trial. We see that the prosecution has rested, and now it's time for Jax to show what she got, and she is going to now be heading the defense's case and all the things that the defense is supposed to be doing. So she's preparing for her case, and she noticed a little anomaly. She noticed an anomaly in the report from the criminalist who was on the scene. And we find out that the report that the criminalist turned in was edited. Why was it edited? It's because the police found a fingerprint on the glass where you hold the glass up here, and they did not run the print. And they figured, well, since to them, technically, the stem was the murder weapon. So they found his fingerprints on the stem, therefore he did it. And we're talking about Braden. Well, Jax presented that at court to let them know that the criminalist is, they that's going to her argument of tunnel vision. They have figured out that that's who they want to have done it. And so all the other evidence they're going to disregard, even to the point where they are withholding the information and asking the criminalist to withhold the information. And that's one of the things why I think it's so important that even though the coroner's office, the police department, the DA, they work in a symbiotic relationship with each other, they definitely need to be separate, because that what's his name? That officer, the detective, excuse me, not getting right for some reason. The detective in that reason, he was supposed to have presented all the information, even if he felt like Braden did it, still have all the information there to show. Even with all of that, even with this extra fingerprint, we went through this fingerprint. We figured out that it wasn't, because he was supposed to fingerprint everybody else and then figure out what they were doing. And if he would have found somebody else's fingerprint, then yeah, it would have made sense. Also, I wanted to go back because this was visually important. But what she said to me wasn't all that important. I expected for her to say that. You see Kalisha's cousin Fallon? You see how all of a sudden she was dressed like Kalisha? You see how she was dressed like Kalisha, y'all? Did y'all see that? That girl was dressed exactly like Kalisha. And that kind of made me, I'm just sitting here like, that don't sit right with me. I'm gonna see if I have I don't have it on here. So again, it's on my other computer and I can't pull it up. But anyway, that didn't sit right with me. That did not sit right with me that she was dressed like her. I don't know if she meant to do that to make people focus on Kalisha, but it made me focus on her. Like, what's going on with her? Why would you dress like your dead cousin? What does that mean? Why wouldn't you dress like Fallon and then give the information like you needed to give the information? So that didn't sit well with me. That didn't sit well with me. That just didn't sit well with me, y'all. Subplots. The biggest subplot that we have is Jax and her husband and Damon, and things are now starting to gel. Let's go over this. Now we have you see Damon is all in on the scam. And Kerry Washington, you ain't slick. You're not slick. And I'm gonna tell you why you're not slick in a minute. So everything is starting to gel with Braden. I mean, not Braden, but Damon and his brother CJ about running this scam. With this scam has everything to do with basically what they're doing is taking their clients, taking a car, taking another car, like a newer model car, trading the parts out, and so that the car that they're going to sell has all the newer parts in it. And the other car, they were going to put all the old parts, I guess, and send it to the dealer. I guess that's what they were doing. I don't know exactly what the scam is. But anyway, the reason why Kerry Washington ain't slick is because we all know that was the scam that Apollo and Angela Stanton and they said that a Phaedra, this is all alleged, but not Angela Stanton and Apollo, because they went to jail for it. Apollo went to jail for it twice. But we all know that was a scam that was pulled off. And then because CJ made a statement like, yeah, I was with this lawyer chick from Atlanta. You just don't know how I hollered at that, because that was during the time when I used to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. And baby, I hollered. I was in here hollering for a good 15 minutes. Kerry Washington, you are not slick. You are not slick. We see you watch the Housewives, or one of those writers in that room, they watch the Housewives. So so shout out to that, y'all. Anyway, so they've got their thing on point, but Damon is not really paying attention, because who is he trying to get to? Jax. They've got this date going on, and he is really trying to get to Jax, and he's half listening to CJ. Now, on my chart of Jax who shot you, I wonder, can I import it? Let me. I'll try to figure it out. It's about trying to import something from my MacBook to my PC. Don't know if I could do all of that. I can send it to me. I can send it as an email. All right, let me look up. Maybe do I have Jax who shot you? I'll figure it out. It'll take a minute. My brain doesn't work as quickly as it should when it comes to those. Oh, sookie now. Right. I'm gonna get out. Hold on, y'all. I just gotta email it to myself. But anyway, as I do that, let's continue on. Damon is not thinking about CJ and all the intricate things that they need to do in regards to this, simply because he's so worried about trying to get to Jax, honey. And they get to Jax, honey, he out there tearing them guts up. But Jax, didn't you say you had a little yeasty infection from fooling around with Damon? What is you doing, boo? What are you doing? Child, mess. You hear me? Anyway, We'll see if that works. But anyway, try. He's trying to get there, and he's trying to make her during sex say that she only wants him. She only wants him. And I was thinking about, now ain't that about a bitch? You in there trying to use your penis to make her say what you want her to say, and then hold that over her head like, see, when we was doing this, you were doing it. I don't care who's doing it, male or female, that's still wrong. But they finished up, and she lets him know that what she said in the letter still stands. This is all that she can give him for right now. He claims that he understands that he wants more, but he really doesn't. He really wants her to focus on him. Mind you, a couple of things happen. Jax gets up to take a shower. Make sure you pee, like, girls, after you have the coitus, okay? Because it'll help cut down on infection. Make sure you have a urination after the coitus. But anyway, that's a little health information. She goes to the bathroom, uses the bathroom, and she takes a shower. While she's in the shower, her phone pings about 5 or 6 times. And so Damon looks at it, and guess who's pinging her phone? Will. Will is pinging her phone. And Will is pinging her phone to the point that Damon is looking at the messages, and I think he got just a titch jealous, but he got jealous to the point he deleted it off her phone. Now that's significant, because you remember a couple of episodes ago, Will rolled up on her. So do you not think that Will hasn't been following her? I think Will has been following her. I think Will has been following her, and he sees that she is with this other man. Now, that's pretty much her and Damon and them getting together. They're going out to eat, and they're seen out to eat. Now, let's rewind to the second subplot. Here we have Lewis. Lewis is trying his hardest to try to get back with Jax. He's feeling some kind of way. And what's her name? Charlene, the lady in the pink. You remember how I always point to her in the pictures, the lady in the pink. She is, let's see if I still got it. Oh, I don't think I got her. Let me remove her. Hold on. I don't think I have her on here. Nah. I tell you, when you go from one PC to the other, you cannot get all the information. And I don't even know why I don't have, excuse me. I don't even know why all of them are not sitting in here, but it is what it is, y'all. Sorry. But anyway, so Lewis is trying to get back with Jax. It's not working out, because we find out that Jax's job being that he has supported her in her efforts to be the DA and go through all these little different things with her job. I guess he thought that when she became she worked in a law firm, somehow he figured that she wasn't going to work as much. And that was not the case. And he gave her an ultimatum, her job or him. And he lost that because it didn't make sense for him to try to. Well, anyway, Jack said it perfectly. You are okay, but as long you want me to work, but you also want me to be the model housewife and cook and all those other things. She said, and that's just not my personality. That has never been my personality. I never went into this marriage being by myself. All of these little different things. Lewis has needs, but when she talks about counseling, the things that are going to help them, he doesn't want that. He wants her to do it his way, and that's how it's going to help. Instead of them working on a compromise that would be beneficial for both of them. But he doesn't want to work on that compromise, y'all. And so ends up, what's the girl? The woman in pink, the friend in pink. I think her name is Charlene, whatever her name is. I'll see if I can get her name real quick, y'all. She is her husband is having some kind of fight party or something like that, and they're watching the fight. So he's at this house going to watch the fight. So he invites Lewis and Charlene's cousin husband, the one, you know, the one that's a psychiatrist. He invites them over, her husband over. And he talks to Lewis about putting his foot down. You the man of the house. Put your foot down. You need to put your foot down on her neck and let her know that's what I did to my wife. Now she's, you know, she done shut up and she done shut up and got with the program and all this old different stuff. Cause see, I pay for everything. She ain't got no job. She knows she ain't got nowhere to go. Blah 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 blah. In which what he's saying is true. That's the reason why it's so very important, ladies, to have something of your own, your money or anything like that, just so that when you're in that kind of situation, y'all are not stuck in that situation. You know, it's not the ideal situation. You know it's not the ideal situation. And if you feel like that's tugging at your, you know, is if it's nothing that you are willing to deal with, you'll have the ability, more so the ability to let that go. That's just my advice. You know where it's coming from. So you take it with whatever, you put whatever weight on it that you can. I don't, it doesn't matter to me, ladies, if you're married, if you choose to stay married, for whatever reasons you stay married, or whether you're not, my whole issue is that you're safe and your emotional health, your mental health, and your physical health are important. Because I'm thinking that he was whooping that tail too, but that's just me. So they're talking and everything like that. Now, mind you, there is a lady who is one of the housewives that they're all familiar with. She was invited to the party. Now, she had been flirting with Lewis. She flirted with Lewis at the soccer game, and she's been flirting with Lewis at this house. So she was trying to get Lewis to get together or whatever. And Lewis was like, no, you know, I love my wife. I'm just going to be here to watch the game. What's this one? Anyway, one of the girls who's the friend, the one that's a psychiatrist. I hate that I'm so bad with names, y'all. Her husband is telling Lewis, look, I'm finna go. Because what I don't see, I don't get questioned about. And Lewis is like, what are you talking about? He says, what I don't see, I don't get questioned about. And I was like, Lewis, that was your pitch to leave. Now, even prior to him going to that party, he started talking with Jax's mother about Jax. And Jax's mother mentioned some things going on about Jax and her husband. And Lewis was curious about it. And she kind of hem-hawed around it. But it's something significant to the point where it's something significant to the point that it's meant to be kept a secret only within the family. And that's the issue too. And whatever it is, it's impacting behavior. These are my pearls that I clutch. I'm clutching them. It's impacting behavior. It gives me childhood SA, because you remember he was a drunkard, and it gives me the situation that he was drunk and he overpowered her. That's what it gives me. And you know, they try to sweep all of that up under the rug and all of this other stuff. So that's what it gives me here. You don't even have, I'm on the wrong side. I have that piece that's irritating me because it keeps coming forward. Oh, it's gonna come forward anyway. I'm just gonna leave it alone. You see the little pieces right here? Oh, come on the wrong side. Right here. These little pieces. I don't know what to do with them. I'm sorry, y'all, but you know when it aggravates me, it aggravates me. Let's see if I can put them behind my ear. All right, no, I can't. Anyway. Lewis is still at the party. Lewis is drinking this big old gallon thing of water. Why are you drinking and you got to pee so bad? But he's drinking the water and he's going through the thing because he doesn't know where the bathroom is. And I'm looking like, How did you get upstairs? Because everything that looks like that was happening was downstairs. How did you get upstairs? But regardless, he opens a door, girl, y'all, and he sees Charlene, whatever her name is, her husband in a complete threesome with the little housewife lady. And Lewis is looking like, ooh, almost like, can I get involved? Can I get involved? Can I get involved? No, Lewis, you can't get involved. Anyways, we fast forward. You remember how I told you that Damon and Jax were out at the coffee shop having a little date? Lewis gets home and he goes over to Jax to see the kids, and he realizes Jax is not there, but that's her night. She's supposed to be there with the kids. I guess he thought he was going to go home and be with his family. And he gets there, and Jax is not there. The babysitter's there. And the babysitter says, well, no, she's not there, but she just left the address where she was going to be, which is crazy to me, because why didn't you just tell him, get in contact with me on the phone? Anyways. So Lewis goes over there. I guess he was just going to go over there and talk to her or whatever. Baby, he goes over there and he sees that she is on a date with Damon, honey. And he gets out the car like he was going to go in there and confront, but something made him in the head like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not fixing to do that. If that's what she wants to do, because you remember, he caught her having sex with with Will, and he let that slide. I don't think he's going to let that slide, that she is sitting in the coffee house having, because he doesn't know if she's having sex with her or not, but she is having an emotional affair with old Damon. So he's not letting that slide. I don't even think he knows who Damon is. So he gets back in his car. He calls the old housewife, and Lewis and the old housewife get in there, and they Lewis rocks her world, honey, because she was holding on to him like Lewis is in there rearranging furniture. And that's the best way I'm going to put it. And that is basically the episode. Getting back to the main plot, there's one more thing that I wanted to take notice of that I just remembered. Braden calls himself confronting his wife. What's her name? Sarah. He calls himself confronting Sarah about her going over to see Khaleesi's husband. And she basically tells him, look, I had to do what I had to do. I had to do what I had to do to try to secure some information that's going to cause our family to have a problem, right? And hold on, y'all. I had to do what I had to do to secure this so our family won't have a problem. And so he was like, okay. And then he hit her with something about, you're my rock, you're my something, and I wouldn't be anything without you. It's some little line. And I mean, she ate it up like a banana pudding at a family reunion. She just, because my husband loves me. How about he told Khaleesi the same thing? There was either a recording or the cousin was on the stand. I can't remember, but it was the same thing. And baby, you should have seen that wife. That wife's face looked like she was gonna reach around and cut him herself. But anyway, that was the show, y'all. What did y'all think? Who you think got Jax? Now, listen. Next episodes is gonna be revelations. We're gonna have some revelations revealed in this next episode. There's gonna be some revelations revealed in this next episode. You know what? Let me see if I can do this. Y'all give me a quick little second. Let me see if I can do this. Because what I'm thinking, I think Jax is going to do her case. I think we're not going to have a resolvement for that case until the last episode. And like I said, I don't think he is going to be guilty. I just don't think he's going to be guilty. But my eyes still haven't moved from the fact I either think it's Sarah or I think it's Sarah or his business partner that killed Kalisha. That's what I am thinking. I think Fallon just wanted to be Kalisha, but she didn't have the intelligence skills or know-how. I don't think she killed her cousin. She doesn't give. I just don't think she killed her cousin. Her cousin wasn't a big threat to her. I hope I'm saying that right. They may have some family issues, but it didn't seem like her cousin was a threat to her. Kalisha was a threat to Sarah's marriage. Kalisha was a threat to, I can't think of what the friend's name. She was a threat to that business. Hold up, y'all. Let me get to my PowerPoint on my on my laptop, on my MacBook, so I can pull it up, so that I can give you all Jax who shot you, and that I can give you all proper names. That might be in this one. Oh. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm so sorry. Theo, that's his name, Theo. I think Theo or Sarah killed them individually or working together. That's just what I think. Now, who has Jax tied up and pulled off a shot? It's either CJ or Will. It's one of those two. I'm beginning to lean towards Will. I'm starting to realize that Jax's private life is causing her issues. And like I said, I believe it's Will. I believe Will was the one who kidnapped her because she hadn't been returning her his emails and stuff like that. And so I just want to talk to you. I just want to talk to you. So I think he was the one that did it. Now, he's my first list. CJ is real pushing for number 2. So the reason why I think it's CJ, you remember when I told you the last review about the lights? Did y'all check out the lights? They were in some kind of place like that where it was like a garage or a side building. I believe that CJ kidnapped her because he wanted to make sure that this deal that Damon's head was in the game, and he wanted to make sure that Damon head was in the game, and he did what he needed to do, and she was not going to be a distraction. Because you remember she said, I won't tell anybody about it. I promise I won't tell anybody about it. So those are my 2 reasons as to Jax. Who shot you, boo? That's my prediction. But tell me what y'all think. Let's chop it up in the comments. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And as always, people, bye-bye.